If you're a first-time cruiser and you're about to book or thinking about booking, there are a few things you need to know before you click anything. Because the biggest mistakes first-time cruisers make don't happen on the ship. They happen before the cruise even starts. And one of them can completely ruin your experience. If you've never been on a cruise or this would be your first one, this video is for you. This channel exists to explain cruising before you commit, not after. In the last video, we talked about what cruising actually is. Now we're talking about what you need to understand before you actually book anything. What actually matters when booking your first cruise, what most people overthink, and how to avoid the mistakes that make first cruises disappointing. Here's mistake number one. A lot of people think that a cruise is a cruise. But it's not. Not all cruises are the same. Some are relaxing, quiet, and simple. Others are busy, high energy, packed with activities. And a lot of first-time cruisers pick the wrong vibe just because nobody explained this to them. In a minute, I'll tell you exactly how to avoid that mistake completely. This surprises people. Now, for first-time cruisers, the ship is going to matter more than the ports. And honestly, for me as a seasoned cruiser, ships matter more than ports still. You're spending more time on the ship than anywhere else. So if the ship doesn't match your energy level, your comfort needs, your expectations, the ports won't save the trip. They might be a welcome escape, but in a moment, I'll explain what first-time cruisers should prioritize instead of obsessing over itineraries. But first, let's talk about price. As a first-time cruiser, you're probably going to naturally be drawn to the lowest price. And that makes sense. You don't want to spend a lot of money if you don't even know if cruising is going to be right for you. But here's the thing. When it comes to cruising, cheap doesn't always mean bad. But it could mean you making compromises you didn't know that you were making. Things like cruising on older ships are going to be less expensive, limited dining options, less space. I'm going to tell you when a cheap cruise is a good idea and when it's not. But this is a big one. How long should your first cruise be? Because many first-time cruisers book short cruises thinking, if I hate it, at least it's short. However, shorter cruises attract a totally different vibe. They're often louder, busier, and more party focused. And if that's your vibe and that's what you want for your first cruise, but that can give first-time cruisers the wrong impression of cruising overall. I think the ideal length for a first cruise is probably 5 to 7 nights. I think that's the sweet spot. 5 to 7 nights are going to give you time to relax, time to learn and enjoy the ship, time to enjoy the whole experience without rushing. Shorter can feel chaotic, and longer may feel overwhelming. A lot of first-time cruisers overthink cabin choices. Cabins can stress people out. This is going to be where you lay your head. You've got the inside cabins, the ocean view cabins, the balcony cabins. It can feel like a lot. The truth is, for most first-time cruisers, cabin location is going to matter more than cabin size. Midship and lower decks are going to feel more stable and reduce motion. Now, I will break down cabins in a future video, but for now, this guideline, the midship lower level, is going to save a lot of stress. Now, here's what all-inclusive really means before you book. Your cruise includes your room, transportation, most meals, and entertainment. Extras are optional. If you go in expecting you're going to get everything free, you're going to get annoyed. Also, if you go in expecting that you have to pay for everything, you're going to feel anxious or annoyed. The reality is somewhere in the middle. Understanding this before you book is going to change your expectations completely. So here's the biggest pre-booking mistake that I see. This is the mistake that I mentioned in the beginning. I see a lot of first-time cruisers book based on a picture they saw, a price, a specific destination, instead of booking based on their personality, their comfort level, their vacation style, what kind of vibes they like on vacation. Cruising is all about kind of how it fits. And when a fit isn't right, you'll get people who say cruising isn't for them, when really that particular cruise wasn't for them. Should you use a travel agent? This question comes up quite a bit. For first-time cruisers, a good travel agent will not cost you a dime. You don't have to pay them. The cruise lines pay travel agents directly. They will explain what matters, and they will help you avoid those rookie mistakes, especially when you don't know what questions to ask yet. And yes, we will talk more about this in future videos. So here's what you don't need to worry about when you book your first cruise. Daily schedules, excursions, shows, all of that will come later. For now, just focus on booking the right cruise for your style. If you've never booked a cruise before, once you understand what actually matters, it makes it a lot easier. In the next video, we'll talk about a fear that almost everyone has. What if I book this and I hate it? So subscribe to the channel so that your first cruise feels informed and not intimidating. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.